My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Slay the Spire 2. You know what it is? It's that there's too much energy in the intros. That's what it is. So we're just gonna slowly, smoothly slide on into this run here and everything's gonna be fine based on the tempered cadence of my voice. Oh, Kaleidoscope! Damn it! There's also Nyaz Bones here if I want a little bit more bang for my bones. I do like Kaleidoscope, but I've also done the Kaleidoscope Regent thing that I am most looking forward to recently. Not that there's not other busted things you can't do, but the one that I was most looking forward to, of course, was Shiv's plus card creation stuff, although I didn't have pillar creation in that. Roll them bones! Silken Tress and File Holster! And debt was what I got, but I don't even have gold yet? Oh my god. Feel pretty good about that. I'm not going to be able to remove this for a while. What's our rest density? Kind of normal. I could delay onset of damage. Also, one of these question marks is probably going to give me a removal of some kind. So I don't really have to do many fights until I've already taken a rest, as well as a Silken Tress card, which makes me feel pretty powerful. I really don't want to be taking this 3 elite line on the left. You know, I'd only have to take 2 of them necessarily. If I want to earn that shop, I'd have to fight another. I feel like I've been taking too large of a challenge on the first floor recently, and it's been leaving me dead on the floor of the first floor. Recently, a lot more commonly than I am comfortable. Ooh! Take $10 from whom? From me. You'd have to give me $10 first. Double charge or double terraforming. Oh my god. I mean, double charge is pretty ridiculous. Just destroy your draw pile. Turn your 4 worst cards into bombs? Dive bombs, that is. There's also terraforming, gains 6 vigor, upgrades to 8. Obviously, the first time we play it on an upgrade, it would also be 16 vigor, so it's like 16 extra damage for 1 energy, and that's assuming I don't have a multi-hit with it, which, drafted this early, I can certainly make happen. Give me terraforming. And then, Celestial. The Celestial Strike, or whatever it's called. It's not Strike, it's Celestial Slam or something? The Celestial Might, there we go, yeah, no. If it was a Strike, it'd be increased 3 times by the Strike Dummy. It'd be one of the best Strike Dummy cards. Sadly, it's not. Taking down the back line the next turn would be ideal, so I'll aim towards it. We fall a little bit short. +20 plus 9 staggers the back line and sets up double strike kill. Aerobic acid, we also see spoils of battle, cosmic indifference, and solar strike. I'm happy to take cosmic indifference, but I can't take any more cards until I take an aggressive card. Clumsy me up. Oh man, what's going on here? Well, look, I can take out the back line, post haste and toot sweet. Unfortunately, still haven't got any additional damage, and 2 of these question marks have been fights, which means I'm going to be taking a lot more tier 2 fights early than I was expecting. I'm afraid Huey wanted to go outside. After not 13 seconds before, not 13 seconds before, closer to the 3 minutes before, asking to come inside. What is this indecisive little puppy all about, huh? Well, there goes my $11. gain 7 back. Hidden Cache, if I really want to go Star. Yeah, I'm happy to add stars to this, because there's a lot of, like, Radiate and, Starfall, or whatever it's called. God, I can't remember the name of the cards. Stardust? 0 mana X star cost. Hits for each star. Both of those would be pretty ridiculous with this Vigor. I'd give anything just to see a single multi-attack, though. Like, goddamn. Okay, that definitely should have been a defend. Oh boy. Must we? I'm gonna drop an aerobic acid because I'm pretty scared actually already. God damn. I can't play 3 skills in a single turn here. That's not a thing I can do. God damn. This is a really bad fight for it. What is the chance of this? I thought it was the chance of getting a enemy fight in one of these question marks is, as far as I was aware, 10% by base. And then if you don't get one, it increments by another 10% until you get a fight. And then it resets. So here, the chance was 10%. Here it was still only 10% because we had a fight in the previous room. Here it had moved up to 20%. So we managed to hit those two, if those numbers are correct. But it might just be like a base, like a floor of 20%, or those numbers are different in SCS too, and I don't know about it. All this to say, it's obviously someone else's fault. I chose a good path, and sadly the game is making the good path bad, and that's the game's fault, not mine. How much do I have to say it until I convince you and me? I'm happy to take Particle Wall as a defensive pickup here, but goddamn, do I not want to take another fight here? Hey, Ollie Smooth Stone, love it. This one's a toughie. Glad to be doing a lot of additional damage here on turn 1. Do I want to pull something on my opening hand here? I'm actually going to take the opportunity to use my Droplet of Recognition there to pull something into my opening hand. And I'm going to be pulling Terraforming to amp the damage of our first strike there. I can't persist in this fight for very long, so find some way to solve. Oh god, I am weakened. Ugh, I thought I was not weakened. I was so ready to clock in there. It's fine. It's still the exact same turn I should have played. Let's make defense. Beautiful. Regen Pot, Child of the Stars, I Am Invincible, and Crush Under. I mean, I would love to tell you that it's I Am Invincible and I can throw that back to the top of the deck with the I have to take Crush Under. If I have no AoE and I continue walking up this, I'm just dead. Ugh. I wanted to be making choices around what would make me thrive rather than what would possibly help me survive by this point. Ripple Basin, so we're pushing further and further towards have setup turns and execution turns. I can't take another curse in this deck, certainly. But a potion wouldn't really be appropriate either. I'm gonna upgrade Crush Under. See if I can get enough out of the regen potion to justify it here. easy. Okay, slightly less easy. 1 damage short. And there's an elite in the next space. I feel pretty dead. I'm not really sure what choice I was supposed to make differently, is the thing. Like, take more fights early? That's kind of just what I did on this side anyway. I guess... Take charge? Like, do I have to take damage in floor 1 to prevent this kind of outcome? Because, like, we're fine for all of the 2s, but I thought we were going to have pretty much all the way up until here before we had to start worrying about tier 2 enemies. And we were already fighting tier 2 enemies the room before that. So, like, that means our aggression was taken way too late. Maybe I needed to take Spoils of Battle or Refined Blade there and just start working with a blade just so that I would have, like, a turn on for damage. It just feels like that's so far away from terraforming. Is it reasonable to do what I was doing there and in the card set of Regent, hold out looking for a multi-strike of some kind? So multi-strikes, I'm happy to say, anything that hits multiple targets, I'll consider that a multi-strike. Especially if it does it multiple times. Astral Pulse, perfect. I would absolutely take Astral Pulse. Crush Under, would and did take. Celestial Might, hits multiple times. Feeling it's a bit more unreasonable so far. Lunar Blast hits multiple times. Radiate hits multiple times. Stardust hits multiple times. Okay, so we're looking at a subset of like 5. Let's not look at the rares. The rares don't count for this. So we're looking at a subset of like 5, 6, maybe 7 at a pinch cards there that really find themselves especially relevant. 6. How many card selections did I see before here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it was unreasonable to hold out in terms of that damage. I needed to find a secondary source of damage earlier than I did. We'll get through this fight, but like... Stardust, thank you. There's theoretically still a chance, but it's slim. Ooh, it's slim. Double terraforming into Crush Under for 20 damage to all of you. That's about as good as... Yeah, I mean, I'm going to drop Stardust, and that's about the best draw series I could have gotten there. Bulwark is huge for defense. Know Thy Place and Quasar. Quasar I could definitely use in this deck. Know Thy Place vulnerability is an additional multiplier of damage, which is also pretty important. I'll take Know Thy Place. It's not worth just dropping 30 random damage on these enemies from that Stardust, unfortunately. Well, I will have 3 after it. It's better done than not, actually. Okay. It's Cosmic. Crush him under, hit him with a strike, and then throw a... I guess Crush Under to the top of the deck? Beautiful. Again, that fight went about as well as I possibly could have asked. Patter. Do I want to put more Vigor in this deck that just can't do Vigor damage as much as I want? Gather Light and Child of the Stars certainly make a lot of sense in the deck that's running Particle Wall and Stardust as well. Less Particle Wall, or less Child of the Stars because of the Particle Wall, and the Oddly Smooth Stone is certainly pushing me a little in the direction of the Gather Light. I'm gonna rest preemptively here, just because we're not gonna win this fight especially quickly. God, I love the background of this! Oh! You're telling me every time I play, not every time I play this game, every time I fight this guy, I don't know if I'm gonna fight this guy every time I play the game. I would wager not. But you're telling me every time I fight this guy, I just get to see this? Mwah. Beautiful. Ooh, terraforming in hand, eh? Interesting. Terraforming set up. Damn. Terraforming execute. That'll be 170 damage. Not thrilled about the amount of damage I take in return, but you know, kind of sped us through the fight a lot there. Let's crush under. I'll cosmically indiffer a falling star back to the top of the deck and then venerate. I also feel like I might need to start pushing the gas on additional energy per turn to have the ability to finish this fight in time. We're going to also be relying on a speed potion and possibly even weakness at the right time to be able to get through the waterfall giant at this point. Like, I'm very glad I rested before now, but I'm still not feeling comfortable. Okay. Unfortunately, we've just drawn past some of the best cards in our deck for dealing with the enemy's attack turn. Okay. So I can cosmically indiffer any card back to the top of the deck. I'm going to have 3 additional stars next turn, so I feel like the correct choice is Particle Wall and then pop Speed Pot Particle Wall. So I got to defend against 47, double or single particle wall, defend, 17, crush under. Wait, crush under defends us for 2, but causes us to take 2 more damage than we otherwise would have. But I'm on 50 versus 47, 45 rather. Phew. Okay, that was too quick to have clicked the crush under at the very end, but other than that, okay, everything's okay. Make it so I don't really want that. I want the terraforming to help me actually be able to set up big hits, because that was certainly the best thing in that fight, right? The 170 Stardust. Give me I am invincible to help me defend using Cosmic Indifference. Pale's Tears. If you end your turn with unspent energy, gain 2 additional energy next turn. Pretty big in this deck, which doesn't always spend all of its energy. Doesn't always have a good reason to. Okay. I don't need to put I am invincible up top of the deck. Probably better to put terraforming there. I'm gonna look into the Columns Potion. Friend will be useful this turn. It's decent damage. It doesn't defend us, but none of those were gonna defend us. Sadly, Stardust at the very bottom of the deck, which is the worst position for it. Still kills the enemy. Heart of Iron, Particle Wall is back. If I'm gonna take a Gather Light, which I will, it's gonna be the last Gather Light I take. Yeah, you can have my debt. Ooh, yes, please. I'll have that one. And the rare card, baby. And that big potion over there as well. So we got Meal Ticket. Whenever we enter Shop Room, heal 15 HP. Liquid Memories. Whenever you put a card from your discard pile into your hand, it's free this turn. Arsenal versus Comet versus Smith. I don't really create cards, but the thing is, creating cards would be really good for a multi-attack deck. I think I take Comet's consistent source of weaken and vulnerable. It's going to be really good in this deck as well. Oh, hello. Yeah, I mean, I'll give you as much money as you want, buddy. Why don't you give me some max HP and then 10% of our higher amount of max HP that we now have, and then full block on turn 1, and how often do I end a turn without block? Not super commonly. Heal me 1 HP at the start of each combat, please. Perfect. No, that was... I clicked too quickly. Obviously, it's Stardust that I'm putting back atop the deck before the Vigor on that next turn. I'm wondering if maybe there's something else I also will need to do that turn. Like maybe pop the Heart of Iron or use Liquid Memories for additional defense. I'm fine dropping the Heart of Iron on this. Saved to 7 HP that turn. Pale Blue Dot. If you play 5 or more cards during your turn, draw 2 additional cards at the start of your next turn. I'm happy to do that. I have a lot of low-cost cards and cards that get played multiple times. And I intend to get more. Enchant Attack with Corrupted. Now, I do want to do that for Comet, because it just does a lot of damage, you see. But removing a strike from this deck and getting basically any other card is going to be really big, too. There we go! We finally got our multi-attack card! I knew it was in there, somewhere. Alright. I'm going to pull Comet back from the draw pile. We've got our weakened vulnerability set up for a while, which is great. I mean, I'd love this turn to be different than this, but that's how it is, so... I shouldn't have even played the strike. I took 4 damage as a result of it. Okay. Looks like we'll survive it. Oh boy. Looks like we'll survive it barely. Fencing manual. Oh, I'm not even keen to have that blade, but I guess. I'll take Quasar. Welcome back. Welcome back, Huey. We'll see how long you want to hang around in here before you go back out. Right. Now this one's got to be rest. No choice about that one. That would be dead either. Molten Egg. When you add an attack card to your deck, upgrade it. Big fan. I don't want to have to fight 2 elites. I think I might have to. The additional draw here will be really helpful. So this is going to be rest. Thankfully, we also heal when we hit the shot between these 2 elites. I'll drop 30 damage on the back line of that. Especially because they're buffing this turn. I'm not going to be able to empty this hand. So this should definitely be another defend. There we go, big defensive turn. And if I do not explode with damage next turn, I die with damage next turn. Okay. Let's explosive ampule everyone and then hit him with a big old Stardust. Alright. Pretty impactful turn. Eternal Feather is certainly going to be handy later. Don't really think I can survive taking another Gather Light. I don't feel like Kingly Kick survives long in this deck either. Lunar Blast would be huge. Already upgraded as well. Belt Buckle, while you have no additional potions, 2 points of dex, huge as well. Let's cut one of the debts from the deck. Mind Blast. Already upgraded Mind Blast, not bad. Start the fight with a bunch of damage to a single target. I'll hold the rest of my resources. Ugh, not this. Yeah, I'm not going to throw that Mind Blast, because I've really got to be careful with my health if I'm going to be able to survive this. Comet, Cosmic Indifference, throws Mind Blast back atop the deck. And then I've basically got 2 turns to take you down now. Sadly, I don't feel like that one's going to make the mark. Yeah. Dead. Alright. But it's not been 30 minutes yet, so game's not over, obviously. We rolled them bones, we saw what them bones did. Now, let's see what we can do with Winged Boots? Ooh. I don't really have a plan to get value out of Winged Boots this floor. Like, I can, sure, absolutely. I could use it to, like, I'd snake up here, and then, like, this, and then that, and then there. And then if I feel really powerful, I would go fly over and then take one of the elites. Like, that's basically the only way I would alter this path. So it feels like I really just need some additional strength to push me along that path. I never take Greed, because I think Greed is a bad option. Give me Greed. I mean, who better to destroy the Greed in their hand than the Tyrant, the Regent himself? You'll have to forgive me fixing this, because I did it absent-mindedly. Obviously, the one I needed to target that turn was the one that isn't yet attacking. I need to target the one... You've seen me do this in multiple episodes, even earlier this episode, probably. That one was just absent-minded, because then this guy comes back up and he's not attacking yet. Otherwise, you have to deal with an 8x2 coming out on this turn. So if you know who you're going to kill at the right time in that fight, you can plan around it. Yeah, I was just about to say, who's better to get rid of the Greed in our hand than someone who has Begone and Minion Dive Bomb in their set? Terraforming, Kingly Kick Crush Under. I do like the idea of Kingly Kick this early and then taking Flash of Steel and removal. It'd look a lot like this if I did that. Festive Popper, just some AoE at the top of each fight. You know what? Yeah, sounds good to me. 10 block on turn 1, you say? That's pretty good. Pretty good stuff, don't you hear? I mean, I'd love to Kingly Kick him, but Really got to give myself a chance to possibly defend that turn. Hegemony, Spoils of Battle, and Gatherlight. I'm happy to take a single copy of Gatherlight to support being able to cast something with stars at some point. Hegemony's also not bad, but... you know what? I keep saying I need to take damage. Let's take a little bit more damage. Ooh. Give me the potion. Yeah. Energy potion. Probably end up using that quite successfully in this next elite fight. We'll get 8 more damage on the Kingly Kick. So the name of the game here is very much, as quickly as possible, get the Kingly Kick to cost very little. Can I get a colorless pot to help defend us this turn? I can indeed, possibly. Ooh, Comet is a lot more damage than I need, but the Glitter Stream is the defense I need, so I'll take it. I don't need things in excess to a requirement. I need the requirement. Hit him with the Kingly Kick past the deck, and now I just got to do 20 damage next turn to finish the fight. Took 3 damage I didn't need to that turn. Clicked too quickly. It's okay. I'll take another Begone anyway. If I was going to take an attack there, that could hurt. 5 amps to 7, so we can take out the frontliner with this. And refocus around the back. See, these fights are easy. Begone, Rod and Wall, Black Hole. I feel like third Begone might be a couple too many Begones in the deck. Let's take it easy for a bit. Shuriken every time we play 3 attacks in a single turn, gain 1 point of strength. So I definitely feel encouraged on this Begone line. I'd like to gain a little bit more defense. I feel like the best way for me to do that right now is actually just upgrade a defend. I'll even nimble a defend. Right? Yeah. Also rest here. Yeah, ooh, I was about to say, like, a good fight against Terror Eel, and we might not take that much damage. Hitting you with the Kingly Kick on the first turn is certainly part of what constitutes that good fight. Point of strength on that turn as well as Hegemony certainly is a bit more of the stuff that I would say. Sick. Yeah, very little damage taken in that fight. 8 damage on turn 1. Petrified Toad at the start of his combat. Produce a rock. Oh, supermassive. Deals 3 additional damage for each card you've created this combat, and I am going to be creating a lot of cards. Oh, I didn't take the flying thing. My boots. Not only did he not deal damage to me on turn 1, he didn't survive turn 1 either. Reflect is just monumental. What a great defensive piece. I'll upgrade Venerate to make Reflect a little bit more playable. Oh my god, you're telling me I get to get this fight every time? It's just such a lush background. I love it. Yeah, every point of health I save in this fight is going to be similar to the other points of health. Begone our worst defend in hand. This deck does thin down as long as I get time to play those Begones. Damn it. That's almost our best defensive hand gone. Yeah, this is the kind of consequence you get from that happening. Oh boy. Yeah, 17 damage just hits us straight in the face is really unfortunate. When was the last opportunity for me to take a good defensive card? I think Reflect counts as a good defensive card. There was a Gather Light on floor 5, and I remember actively choosing not to take that because I thought I needed to put more damage in the deck. I'm starting to feel like that might have been a mistake. We'll see. Defend, reflects. Okay, never mind, actually. It turns out to have been the best play of all time. Heavenly Drill, Comet, and Sword Sage. Give me that Heavenly Drill. And then, I know I've got Hegemony already in the deck, but can I have something that gives me additional energy, maybe? Ectoplasm. That gives me additional energy, maybe. Although, I do have to say, Runic Pyramid gives me the ability to just hold the Heavenly Drill in hand until I played Hegemony on the previous turn. And the Begons. Damn, dude. Yeah, it's Runic. I want as many upgrades as I can hit this floor. I'm desperate for them. If I'm going to be holding cards in hand for a while, I would like those cards to be worth holding in hand for a while. I dare you steal my Kingly Kick. I'll Venerate, Reflect, and Defend here. Perfect. Kingly Kick, Stardust Hidden Cache, and Cloak of Stars. I'll take Hidden Cache just to help with my energy costs. And I think a Fortifier is probably better than a random one there. Upgrades asking hit this right-hand side. Festive Popper, get him! Like, I could finish this fight right now by throwing the potion, and I'll do it. Oh, wow. Fruit juice. That's not affected in any way, by the way. I just drink it immediately so the petrified toad is okay. Patter. That is additional defense, but it's like one of the worst additional defenses I can put in this deck. Do I not settle for... I don't settle for Patter, I don't think here, yeah. Defend and then just Fortify immediately. Venerate and Hidden Cache. Great. So I'm picking up reasonable stars at least. 24. Didn't play Hegemony last turn, did I? No. I gotta wait for the next turn, Hegemony. Yeah, so it's Reflect, Hegemony, and then next turn is just Heavenly Drill. Falling Star could have been the setup for that as well, although the enemy got low enough on HP that I didn't need it. Additional energy also that I can just hold in hand until the right time. Alignment's really good. Nine and 7 takes you out. And I'll just play out the extra defend that I don't need in that hand. Because it's a bad defend, it's just taking up space. Begone through a Toxic. Woohoo! We got to use it in the fun way. Venerate into alignment makes Heavenly Drill lethal. Furnace, Reflect, and another Supermassive. I feel like our damage is fine. Reflect is a lot more energy cost for our defense as well. I don't think I can justify taking it. I don't think I need Forge in this deck either. AoE every turn is 1000% what I want here. I'll give you as much HP as you need to take it. Struggles. I'll immediately rest. So Struggles is just doing 1 AoE damage on turn 1, 2 on turn 2, etc., etc. So on, and I'm not gonna believe this, but so forth. Get him, potion-shaped rock. Oops. Ended up over-defending. Alright, I'm set up. Beautiful. Falling Star, alignment, and then Heavenly Drill for 16 by 12. Glow, Photon Cut, Summon Forth. Not necessary. Book of the 5 Rings. Whenever you add 5 cards to your deck, upgrade. Heal 20. Obviously, I've got to upgrade on the bind because I'm here and I'm intending to upgrade. Let's hit the draw first. Falling Star, defend. There's the Hidden Drill. Pop an Entropic Brew to refill our hand as well. No damage taken yet. We just set up the Heavenly Drill for the right turn and we'll be fine. Seems like that right turn might be next turn. 12 by 9 is math. I'm pretty sure we can kill the enemy with math. War Paint? I don't think Glimmer is actually essential in this deck. I think we already have enough control over our draw, courtesy of just having the turns from cards from previous turns. Go on and Reflect, hit an upgrade. I don't think I need the AoE from that. Yeah, additional star cost needs to be supported still, so I'll hit Hidden Cache as an upgrade. I do have a good amount of money. How do I feel against Desi? Decimillipede is definitely my worst fight. I'm gonna dodge the elite fight and take the shot. I do like Vexing Puzzle Box. At the start of each combat, add a random card into your hand. It's free to play this turn. That's a lot of value. Oh, I was about to say I can get Salvo. Retain my hand this turn. That's so good. I mean, because I already retain my hand every turn, I know how good it is. So that tells me Salvo is a good card. Vexing Puzzle Box to give me more setup on turn 1. Sometimes this will just solve our fights on turn 1 as well. Like, you can't underestimate that. Orbit on turn 1 will be pretty useful, I think. Yeah, I imagine. It might have been there or might not have been. I don't really know, actually. Proper size. Draw 6 doesn't feel like a thing this deck needs. Astral Pulse for a little bit more AoE actually feels appropriate, though. Heavenly Drill wants an upgrade back. Oh, great hand! Unfortunately, Bulwark will lose its additional defense soon, but that's fine. It's gonna drop double defend, super massive. The enemy's got an aggressive turn for the next 2 turns, so this big defensive hand here is great. I'll hit Reflect this turn. Hit him with the hegemony as well. So with vulnerability, this would be 15. 15 by 12 is... Oh, God, that's math as well, isn't it? It's 180. I don't think that's the damage payday we've been looking for. Let's hit Venerate to weaken the enemy from a falling star. Then we'll start dropping defensive options on the field until I feel okay about it. And then we're going to wrap it all up in a nice little Susan of frantic escape. Considering this cycle's pretty bad, at least compared to the next one, as we've gone past a lot of our good cards. Oh boy, that hurt. Oh, that sucked. All right, I'm going to hit Clarity Extract early here, drawing a new card into the new draw pile. I don't have the stars to play the defend. I don't like this, because I can't get these cards out of my hands, which means I can't draw new cards, which means I can't get these cards out of my hand. Kill him. I knew you were so close to death that whole time. Arsenal, I don't feel like I create that many cards with just 2 Begons in the entire deck. Tyranny, though. It's not your turn. Draw a card and exhaust a card from your hand. That's really going to help the velocity through our hand and make sure that we don't dead brick our hands as much as we did in that previous fight. Blessed Antler. Gain energy at the start of your turn. At the start of each combat, put 3 Drazeds into the draw pile. Perfect. I could not have asked for a better way to gain additional energy here. Convergence? You mean I get to keep this hand until next turn? Gee, mister. Are you sure? I'm gonna force a cycle through this hand, because there's just too many cards in it. Whoa. Remarkable. Too many cards in hand that weren't doing anything there, and we just happened to hit more of them as well. Easy kill the next turn with pretty much any of those cards. Powder, Astral Pulse, Reflect. I think we're okay. Monarch's Gaze. I'll weaken and take a strength from the back line. Tyranny, defend. I think I have Monarch's Gaze, otherwise I would be taking a lot more damage here. I'd happily spring for a Gather Light in this deck. Ooh, I would. I don't think another Reflect Light is what fixes that problem. I think a Gather Light might be what fixes that problem. Damn, 0-cost Neutron Aegis on turn 1? Vexing Puzzle Box. Please. Don't flirt with me so hard while I'm at work. My shift ends at 6. Can I hit, Gemini on the front line? Reflect does a lot more work here, though. It accomplishes the job while leaving Hegemony in hand. One, to throw the potion. 3 damage taken this turn. And thank you. Heavenly Drill finishes it out. Hey! The rock did something! Terraforming definitely works in this build. Energy on turn 1. Removing cards from the deck and additional pointed decks. I mean, all of it's very good. I think with the additional Dazed I added to the deck, I need to remove a card from the deck to help me kind of balance out our draw a little bit. Here, I'm gonna absolutely go for the 50% modifier on Heavenly Drill. Corrupted is right. Tyranny, we pick up Gorget for additional defense as well. Speaking of additional defense, I wonder if I'm supposed to round the corner and start hitting defends with an upgrade. Okay, I'll take the relic and then I'll heal in the next one. Ooh, Tuning Fork. Every time you play 10 skills, gain 7 block. Beautiful. No damage on turn 1 as well as a point of strength for us. So Heavenly Drill is already it's 32 by 4 is just over 130 some. I'll hit Sifbot this turn. Looking for additional defense. So far, get a little additional defense. I was hoping for a little bit more. Guess that'll have to do. Okay, maybe alignment gets us there. Alignment, Falling Star, and yeah, Heavenly Drill finish him then. Conqueror, Powder, Parry. Don't need any of those. I don't really think an additional elite is what I need here. If anything, I need to roll into the next rest site with the ability to just rest. So I'll take the lowest available challenge you have. Game, please. Thank you. In with a potion-shaped rock as well. Come on, Heavenly Drill. There it is. Don't you love when it answers the call? I can play this slow. But I don't need to for that long. Pale blue dot, I don't think I need that additional draw, actually. Rests, we are 9 HP, below max HP, and it's time to take on Eon Glass. So Tyranny is going to be really handy here. Oh my god. Combos kind of come together. I'm going to fish for defense from the colorless pots. I don't think I can go so far as to use Gambit. I feel like I die next turn if I use Gambit here, unfortunately. So it'll be Automation. And then I'm either looking for additional energy next turn or a vulnerability setup of some kind. 1, 2, 3. We're going through Wither. So there's the additional energy if I want it. I can get up to 8. And then it's like about 400 damage we're planning on doing with that. Yeah, I think we just do that. I'd love to draw that Reflect. I'm going to give myself the 1 in 3 of drawing it. Perfect. Oh, hold up, hold up, hold up. Yep. Heavenly Drill kills him. Lost 31 HP in that fight. That one's definitely, or at least I think, going to be harder than the Queen fight for us, where you don't have vulnerability defense, you don't have any of those kinds of things. So as long as I get the ability to focus on the Queen quick enough, I should be able to lock out this fight pretty quickly. I'm also going to elect not to play an additional 5 block this turn. Reflect is too valuable to give that little importance to. Yeah, it blocks for a full 20 this turn instead. There's a point of strength for us. There's our weakened vulnerability setup. Terraforming available. Okay. Queen's obviously quite close to dead right now. Hidden Cache gets us vulnerability access, which gives us 30 for the backline, 40 for the backline. You're on 71 HP, you bastard. I'm 1 damage short of killing him. I can defend for 13. Mm-hmm. I weakened you. You would have been down to 18. I can drop 13, 14 defense on the field. We could have survived another turn had I weakened the front line instead. I was certain. That was one I needed to count. I think my math was off because I wasn't accounting for the weaken versus vulnerability on the enemy of it all, but yep. Weaken the frontliner. I mean, of course, I miss out on my best opportunity to close the fight there as well, but surviving that turn definitely gives us a better opportunity to possibly close the fight on the next turn. Come on, Mr. Struggles. Yeah, no one's just gonna do damage for me for free at the end of the turn, huh? Why? Because I died of my own volition? Good point, then. 1 more health point. For the moment. My name. I don't really need to do a post-mortem on that run. I just need to have counted on that last turn rather than vibed it out. Because I vibed it out and then realized when I went, okay, hang on, let's check those vibes. Should have counted before I tried to vibe it out. Alas. Still don't know if I would have survived the next turn, of course. But I have a strong suspicion I would have had a better chance. Of course, it would have come back around to the next opportunity that I had to develop a bunch of damage on the back line, effectively. Because I wasn't... If I was going to use the falling star there, then I would have weakened the frontliner, and I would have spent my additional star gain obviously Hidden Cache giving additional star on the following turn. So, like, the next draw in the next cycle needs to have the vulnerability available to match the damage potential of that turn after surviving that turn, which is a big ask, but it was definitely possible there, so. Whoever's clicking the buttons behind this thing should count slightly more often than they do. It's me? Well, you should have said so. I would have done something about it. Well, look, next time, my name will be Rhapsody and the name of the game will be Slay the Spire, and I'll see you then.